Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Bilbo, Fire Kinga, how you doing? It's Anime Sunday. I'm excited. We ended on quite the cliffhanger. Wonderful. I love that. I'm so happy about that. We left on quite the cliffhanger. For those of you watching the VOD later, this is super spoiler territory. I think we're at a big crossroads in the game, so if you haven't watched any of this other stuff, go back, or otherwise none of this will make sense. Me, I'm doing good. Got a good night's sleep. Got to play a lot of Loop Hero and Bravely Default 2 today. Some classics. Well, new classics. They will be classics. And yeah. But let's do this for real. I'm super excited. Volume warning, because I'm sure it's gonna be a nightmare. You get to look at my beautiful face for a second. Volume trigger. It's true. There we go.
Danganronpa.
How does that sound? Are we Gucci? I got a thumbs up from my lovely wife, so let's do this. Maybe too much. Here's what we'll do. How does that sound, chat? We good? Nice. Oh no? We bad? Too much? How about that? All right. Looks like chat's liking it where it is now. Yeah, so like I said, stuff got crazy last time. We're in the garbage. That's a rocket and a tank? I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Oh, interesting. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Oh, it's a desk. This is a desk. It's probably the only one that fell down here with me. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I push or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Yucky. But that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? I feel like if you have to ask that question, it's probably not super great to do that. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... I guess he'd get confused if he should or not drink from the toilet bowl. Sure. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. Ooh. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign. Speaking of sign, I think I hear it in the distance. Ah, yes. The sign was Beepus all along. Cheers, chat. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Ga-crunch. Beepus is the true villain and his weapon is diabetes. Accurate. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Oh, it's the literal garbage. As I watched the pile of garbage jostle and formed in an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Well, probably garbage. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
What? A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
And she's talking too. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
Well, she's not facing me. She's facing off to the side. Anyways. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Bread and H2O. What I should be drinking. Ah. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Dihydrogen monoxide. Delicious. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. You're literally right here. Pyrite, hello. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're getting towards the end. Nagito helped us out quite a bit to get here. To get to this ending, I suppose. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
in other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
Depends on if I can run away from the chainsaw maniac. I hate it. That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible!
Huh?
Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? Hey, Fire Kinga. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At the time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and why I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Oh yeah, they briefly mentioned it prior, like several streams ago, that there was probably some kind of like memory situation going on. Like we weren't in, there's a huge gap of what happened to us at the beginning and the end. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Yeah, the photographs. Like that was the only way to, without doing without going full anime, the only way to make sense of the photos was to assume that that blank part was more than what it seemed. There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make a too big deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. I'm not very smart, therefore I couldn't possibly be the mastermind. I can't be the villain. Do you remember what Monokuma said? The 16 students who first came have been the only... ones to take steps? Means it had to be one of the students? Possibly. I mean, it is a possibility, and the fact that they threw it at us, it means it's probably one of them. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Oh, no.
I should understand everything.
I have a working theory, but I don't want to spoil that.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Gah! It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay. That's a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Do we need to talk to her again? You said you had a reason for doing all the investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective! No way! I would have never guessed. Of course she was the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Probably the mastermind. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. This is some Darth Vader shit. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child, as it turns out. He became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope Peak's headmaster? Some real anime right here. I love that. There's that spice of anime right there. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. The Force! It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. because apparently you have midichlorians or whatever.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I had seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Papers. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
Pirate, you've been doing a wonderful job keeping this very spoiler-free. Nothing feels spoiled. Just so that everyone in chat and those who've been watching us deliberate and try to piece together what we could. It's been a fun ride. It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. Who would have guessed she was the ultimate detective? I know. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Oh. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get a chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
however,
Of course, once I got to the second floor, there were no cameras and monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuru Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use a class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Oh yeah, when Masked Man... We're gonna ignore the the rule that there's a Monokuma door that none can enter. Rules are meant to be broken in this case during the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. Animu Sunday. Yeah. I hate that image with the knife. Kyoko, you're revealing something to me that I don't think is real, but like at the same time I do kind of believe it. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. Also, welcome, Nagito. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound. Is that how wound is spelled? Because it's also wound. Huh. Up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mikuru is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But it's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but that doesn't create enough. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mikuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Now there's two of them? The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're in the ultimate despair? Or they are the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
I can read chat. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they are...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. You still have 6 students. To be continued. Grammar is my true enemy. You received the Dream Island rocket. Chat, why does that look like a pee-pee? Do you want to save the data? Yes. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with Monokuma's design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go! Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Ah, yes. The plot key. That's true. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. The ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death, deadly life. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. My goodness. Shit. I saw you, chat. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. What are you doing, Step Kyoko? Oh no, you're right. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. My man about to fart. No, Makoto, don't do it. Pride. So that explains. Oh, thank God! Now I'm a computer. Now I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter a Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. No, Nagito, don't let out a huge fart bomb. I did it knowing there was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd been reuniting after all those years, right? You'd have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, he farted on me when I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent, but loved farting. Makoto, please don't fart on me. It would be like my father farting on me. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. Loves beans.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And they farted a lot. And young as I was, he left me behind. Also, the way you're censoring your face makes it look extra lewd. No! I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
But, oh no. No, shh. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look again. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in the family name, in my family name. So every last part of me is happy that he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I am Kyoko's butt, I just realized. I was above Kyoko on the ladder. No. So I wasn't able to see her expression, but I knew I had to fart real bad. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. No, I'm in the blash zone. All I could tell was that, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. Blast zone. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. How do you climb a ladder in shoes like those? I don't have heels, so I wouldn't know. With grace. Well said, Pyrite. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. Gotta put your hips into it. Okay. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So I farted a little bit. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after that, I don't know how long, hopefully there's no more butt shots. We finally reached the top. And then I farted. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. Oh god, it would suck if it didn't open. Someone locked it. No! The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Now I'm just imagining Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, that ladder scene where they're climbing. What a thrill! I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you help me so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Makoto did give his life not for honor, but for Kyoko. I love it. Oh, wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Oh no! We have to avoid the Chainsaw Man now! No Chainsaw Man, no Chainsaw Man. All right. We just got to make it through here. Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man. Oh, we can use this to loop him around. Goes running around Hope's Peak with the chainsaw. Yeah, Pyrite's been worrying me about a Chainsaw Man this entire time. Yeah, I mean, Fire King, I believe.
Well now.
Yes, this all makes a lot of sense, Fire Kinga. I don't know why we're asking him, but... Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Yeah, the last trial was pretty brutal. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you out?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
Making me angry!
So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Punish me, Monokuma. Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. I just like how he's...
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mikuru, you did.
Listen to me.
So, executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
Oh no. Chat, what have you done? I'm reading all the different forms of Monokuma and I don't know. I don't know if I can say them out loud. No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. Momo cutie. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Ooh. Oh shit, she's calling out to the audience. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Got him. Despair can never kill hope.
Hey.
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Haha! Gotti! If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh. Eventually runs to the gym with the sound of a whirring chainsaw. No!
Hey.
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Oh my. A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Bear puns. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Bear jokes.
In other words...
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Oh, I've been hit with that bear joke.
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school... Koala bear, that's one stretch. It's true.
You guys!
Then you win. But if you can't do all that, we all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how all this turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that. For sure. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Alright guys, this is getting very ridiculous. We need to tone it back. Everything is based on the school's regulation, or based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began. Are those 16 students? Oh, I understand. What?
Listen.
I read it wrong, but I understand. Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? Taunting him. You're just gonna let me go, bud? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. What? The murder bear is emotionally unstable? Who would have thought? I know, I feel you, Bilbo. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Uh-oh. Next you'll say Kyoko is the ultimate detective. Good thing that's not true, right? Oh no.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it. Somehow I ended up not getting executed. Who would have thought? I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Next, you're gonna tell us Byakuya is a bad person. Next, you're gonna tell me this is a visual novel. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle's still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. Get my joke, Monokuma. Get out of here. I'm talking here. Get out of here. I do get that. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so, well, unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept? You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other... for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. You went out of your way to do this, and it feels weird. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? This is like some Spaceball shit, because good is dumb. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. Welcome to Anime Sunday. Yeah, it's very true. Because good is dumb. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. Welcome to Murder Mystery Anime Sunday. It's true. It's true. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Oh! Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope. To prove that evil is good and good is bad. They have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? I would actually agree with that. Plus, if I'd show my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing, chat. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives, as it always has been. There's no other option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our enemy, or our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in their dorms somewhere. Shall we go? We gotta go. Wait, welcome to staying up all night to beat this game. I mean, I doubt it'll be all night. But this stream may go on a little longer if we're that close to the end. No. No. No, that's me. No. No. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. No. There we go. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. They're in the dining hall. You're right. I mean, it makes sense. Sort of. I mean, it is nighttime. And suddenly we were greeted with... Ah! You again. 103.2.1.255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached his limit. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
Ah!
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
He is emotionally unstable, it's true.
You survived?
Even Byakuya is not looking like a total jerk right now.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Should we tell him that we are a ghost? Asking for a friend. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Yes, we ghosts.
What?
Wait, what's that smell? Oh yeah, I was in the garbage.
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Looks like Makoto finally released that fart after holding it for so dang long. Yeah, oops. Get away! Shoo, shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Okay, I guess we're talking to everyone.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world?
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo! No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I know that reference. I knew that. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go find new clues? Ugh, you stink. Are you rotten? Yes.
I'm telling you.
All of my years playing Myst saved my life. It's true. Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. Oh. I hate it. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words...
We are going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy, you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You probably guessed it already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you.
Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries... It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Because there's a chance that one of them is the mastermind. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of his. Hint? Yeah, his hint is that if everything was above board, that it is a student who killed them, so it has to be one of them. Hiding in plain sight. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing games began are those 16 students. I could be a dead student, sure.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they had loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement.
Oh, he sounds weird.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Interesting.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee without cream, without the cream, or coffee. No, we're just coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. Are you gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? And you're gonna go off by yourself.
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Chat, I'm not ignoring you. I just saw that the mods just deleted a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna ignore chat for just a second. In case there are spoilers. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone here, you know? But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
Also, the fact that you tried to trick all of us with the last one? I'm still a little salty about that trial. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
I mean, I guess I'll talk to you. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. All of it. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto,
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to I can talk. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Yeah! Anime. I guess I'll start by taking... Ooh, hold up a minute. Who busted out the electric guitar and just started jamming? I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed in a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mikuru Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with the Monokuma face on it. Oh, and the second floor dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Yeah, this music slaps. Places to check. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna go. I want to check that Monokuma door. Fire Kinga, you were right. I've been itching so desperately to go check that door. It's not the first floor. It's the fourth floor? Yeah. Let's go check the scary door.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured... if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, then that one should be open too, right?
But...
although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Okay. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. And it didn't blow up. Oh, whoa, weird. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay, so we got... there's some kind of hatch on the floor. Right now, I'm more concerned about that weird device. What? Rude. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit? Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. No, Hina, don't do that. Hold on, you can't just do... You can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must have been the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from? I'll probably go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Grrr! Give me all your donuts! What? Is that you, Hina?
What?
Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. So this room. So yeah, the suspicions were correct. The person who had control of Monokuma was only ever able to do one thing at a time, either watch or be in the Monokuma thing, which we suspected to some degree when we were doing some of that some of the earlier stuff. Whoa! Hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma?
Huh?
What do you mean? What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh.
What? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. So in order for Monokuma to work currently, so if I am to assume that 16 students are the only people in this school, one of them was the mastermind, that means this was a two-man op, which goes back to what Kyoko was saying about there being two ultimate despairs. I think Ikusaba was one of them. Hello, Watson.
Welcome to the fandom.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a nice Sunday evening while we're at the very tail end of Danganronpa. So, yeah, this is a two-man. Ooh, yeah, you're right. One more to our 50 follower goal. Let's update that while I'm thinking about it, chat. Boom. There we go. I have theories in my head as to what's going on. I just don't know who this second person is. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma Control Room has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all of our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. I still want to know what this hatch is. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. Watson 12354 is our most recent follower, which I super appreciate. Oh, click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room,
Yep.
as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room.
yes, indeed.
I didn't forget about the hatch, but for some reason the game didn't want me to go look at it. Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? See, the game is making fun of me for checking the hatch. Because it was clearly something important. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Oh, well, there you go. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. Yeah, it would have been silly if the person who is doing this suddenly, we just opened it up and we're like, oh hey, here's the villain. He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So, it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Pizza time. Nice. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off in a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. It's the only way forward. Okay, so the other locked room on this floor was the headmaster's office. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? Think I'll forgive you just because you're you?
Such
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Okay. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. Oh, the student roster. It was at the top of the pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers...
In other words...
There can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. Oh. What?
So, in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I wanted to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind was even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information with a file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78? That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? Makoto! Come on.
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Okay. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Class 78, Student Registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like Mukuro was apparently a new student at Hope's Peak, Mukuro Ikusaba part of the Ultimate Despair. Which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Well, process of elimination... I'm actually questioning everything I understand about this game currently. Okay, we've gone to all of these rooms. Yeah, can we... Oh, did they clean up the body? Fuck. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? It's in the giant plant. The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and bodies? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I better keep my distance. A body-eating plant. Not being part of the case, huh? There's still 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. That would be kind of funny. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. If I didn't find anything even close to it, or I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be, I have no idea where. But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. Let me look at that. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. No. Ooh, let's also look at... Is that a pickaxe? On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. That's all I really needed to check here. But where could have the body gone? I better start looking for it. Oh, Toko. So, this is where you were?
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me to be out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have had something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. What if Mondo was made into butter and his clothes were made into weapons? Yes! Mondo butter! Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Kyoko. Or Toko.
What's your
God,
problem?
don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. Well, I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. She's unstable too. I wonder if that's supposed to be a clue or not. Welcome back. How was the pizza? Oh yeah, this room was locked, yeah? Just gotta make sure there's no chainsaw man behind me. Oh, freezer. Well, here I am in the biolab. I think stars. Many asterisks is sus as fuck. Very true. I also think insert character here is very suspicious. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Oh god, I used to work in a place that had a giant refrigerator. Having flashbacks. Seriously, why is it so cold? All right, we got tarps. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Okay, so the biolab room was locked. Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Yeah, walk-in freezer. Yep. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in all horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are. These are where all the bodies are being held. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. Can I look at this one in particular? This is one of the fridges they put dead bodies in. I've seen them on crime shows and stuff. So is everyone who's died... Then does that mean, since Mukuro's body disappeared from the garden, could it be in here? I need to check, but I have no idea how to open this thing. No. No! There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. The right hand lights are off. Yeah, okay. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. I don't think I'm done. Really? Oh, can I go back to the table now? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all cadaver needs. Yeah, oh boy. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know that the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Oh, good! This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Baby's first morgue. I don't know. It seems pretty advanced. It's got keypads and shit, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue. And another one of the victims is... Okay. I can't let my emotions take control now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Can I open this one? This is one of the fridges they put the dead bodies in. Since Makuro's... Okay. Can I open it? There's some kind of weird machine. Okay, I guess I can leave. Okay, so I've gotten the information I need from there. What other rooms were locked? I have a truth bullet with all this information on it. Fourth floor data center with the Monokuma logo. Second floor doors, garden, dojo, headmaster's room. Okay, so we just gotta go to the dorms, which we can get to on the first floor. Yes, I did check the crime scene again. Someone had moved the body. And then we found a tarp with the... we found a tarp with the little thing on the side that said Biolab, which led me there. Ooh. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Oh. Oh, this is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Can love bloom on the battlefield? Like a bomb blew up here or something. Oh, yikes. Oh, interesting. This is where the chainsaw killer is. Oh. This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not really even a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Monokuma coins. Why would I need Monokuma coins at a time like this? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. No. I mean, I guess I'll leave. Didn't really seem like there was anything in there. Well, the bathroom. I like how the bathrooms are just normal. Alright. I don't think there'll be anything in here, but this is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. I hope there's no vital clues to the investigation. Oh, someone painted a giraffe coming out of a locker in blood. Great. This room's filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Sure. It looks like this locker's already broken. Thank you. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. It must be how you get the locker to open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card that reaches the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. I mean, maybe. I wonder if I can open this locker. Okay. Alright. I was kind of trying to see if I could grab that thing. Okay. Why are some of them bolted? There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Cool. Well, let's get the fuck out of there. Blood. You know, a pharaoh. Probably, oh god, which ancient... Which ancient Egypt god was that for? Was it Horus? Osiris? I don't remember. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more of a adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Ah! It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko. Not gonna try every locker. If I mean, I could go back, but it seemed like it was just gonna play the same thing. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Oh. For some reason, because of the way the camera zoomed back, she looks so tiny compared to everything else. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still had some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Wow. But any information about the mastermind's helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Oh, God, the ultimate despair. What about this secret door? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean secret tunnel? You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Tell me. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all this paperwork and all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, if it's Kyoko, I'm rage quitting. I mean, maybe. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, there's no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable, considering she hates her parents. I should say parent, singular. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as a password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well...
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, do whatever you want. Okay. Haha. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko space Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep. Oh god, I love it. What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked! I know you hate it, but like, we have a clue.
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. It's Anime Sunday, it's true. Hey Kyoko? I may as well not have even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. Let's look at everything but the present. I better check out that suspicious... No! Of course the password is daddy issues. It's Anime Sunday! There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. The severed head. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Oh, God. I think I already know what it is. If it's a severed head... Anime Sunday. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. What's in the box? I stole a hesitant glance inside and... She told you not to scream. That was your one job. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Not quite as gruesome as I thought it was going to be, but it was a head. Welcome to the point of the game where the jokes are actually plot devices. God damn it. No. Oh, God. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? It's probably your dad. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I was thinking of a severed head. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. That sucks. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Oh, hold on. How can you know that for sure? Okay, Fire Kinga. Well, at least he doesn't have to... At least... Well, consider the ties severed. How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So the same person very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. Yeah. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. Alright. Ties severed. You know, like her dad's head. Oh, boy. We have fun here. I hope you guys have fun here, too. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game... Oh, yeah. The only people in the school are the 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster is probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in this school, but he was also very dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Chat! Naughty! I saw you looking. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. Grabs a knife and severs Kyoko's figurative ties to the world. That's figurative murder. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna have to censor all this stuff. That butt picture coming back. You know what? It won't be the last time I see that butt picture with the amount of times they use the close-up of Kyoko whispering to Makoto. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. So she gave up her pride because she has already admitted that she can kind of see death coming. That ass will haunt me too. Good. So she probably saw her father's death becoming imminent, so she went to the school. And so, or that pic of the person holding the knife, also true. There's a lot of haunting pictures in this room, or in this game. Now let's look at all this stuff. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is that a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Ah!
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... Why are her arms purple? No, the circulation! You're cutting them off! You're severing her arms! Severing things is probably in their family. To now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Stop, Dad! You're hurting me! Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why what? I wanted to face him and tell myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Nice! Oh god. Chat's killing it with all these good jokes. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now, if...
How is that photo of Kyoko going to be needed in the trial? No idea yet, but we don't have all the facts yet. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. Damn, Kyoko. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it had made him desperate. Alright, let's check the desk. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check that out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Part of the secrets of the school involves solving daddy issues. Very true. Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. We can go to the lockers now!
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Nice!
Hey.
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only convenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see... Maybe that picture... Oh, she's finishing the sentence. Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Oh, it was very mature of Makoto. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Bah. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. To find your future father-in-law in a box is disturbing. My goodness. I don't know if I have that kind of relationship with Kyoko. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah. Here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this, but the killing game began with 16 students. 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuru to the mix, you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Yep, that was all of them, even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no other question. Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. You know, they went out of their way to make me think that it has to be one of those 6, which makes me think that's the red herring. I feel like that might be a... I wonder if I can open this locker. Okay. There's a card key to read. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers. And you have to use your e-handbook. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my hand... Wait, why am I not using... Wait, but... What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's room? Headmaster's hidden room. Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... Beep. All right, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Now we must open all of the lockers, chat. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... Beep. Looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we got inside. Nope. Don't see anything that could be a clue. Looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we've got inside. Ooh, interesting. This thing is practically empty. Except for that card. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook? I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy. But in this case, with our lives on the line, I think that would be okay. But I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Interesting. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written in here, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, my father. Interesting. Yeah. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. Unless... Unless the headmaster had another kid. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she'd already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens the headmaster and my father. Maybe... So one of two things. Kyoko's lying is number one. Number one. Number two is that the reason Kyoko's father left is because he had an affair with somebody else. And so technically Kyoko has a sister. Or brother. Or any denomination, doesn't matter. Although this game kind of seems to stick with the he, she. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, and scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. Oh. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Interesting. I took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader, and looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. What about this one? I don't see anything that might be a clue. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. What? Ooh, oh, we got lots of things in here. This locker is totally disordered. Why does this look like something that Yasuhiro would have? Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. And he's significantly older than everybody? Yo! Is Yasuhiro in on this? That would be fucking wild. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Oh, there we go. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait. Aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Just like that. What? Yasuhiro Hagakure. Yeah. There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Oh, that's it. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are the things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems to belong to Hiro. A pocketbook that seems to belong to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Well, my... Oh no, is that... Oh... Is that all?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Oh, interesting.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
That's annoying. I don't like the way... I hate that. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap, but even knowing that... He said to go to the gym, right? Oh, cool. They're just gonna take me to... Yes, Daddy Monokuma! Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Oh, cutscene. I like it. Bing. Ding dong, bing bong.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Of course. And of course, only Makoto is here. Yeah, Monokuma's scary. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better. They never do. Monokuma never makes you feel better, just 110% of the time. But I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Look at this. Yep, that's what I fit. Wait a minute. Interesting. Who happens to be missing from this picture? That's me. Why would I be the one missing? It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Except, what's-his-face is being in a butthole and Junko's face is being cut off. Wait, but... there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file... Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... Wait, what? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here post like this is weird enough by itself. And we were all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Well, are you also forgetting the funny part where, well, you know, you're not in the picture? God. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. Oh, wait. Oh, I see something. Okay, if you look right above my head, right in this little spot right there, you can see there, or at least I can see there's like a shadow of what appear to be arms or legs or something. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture is all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if the picture is real, then could that mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you going to keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way, getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! Group photo has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Great. 100% of Nagito, yes. 10% of the time, Monokuma makes me feel alright. How does that count as a hint? It just made me more confused. No, this is exactly what I thought it was. We talked to, or chat was discussing this in the last stream, but I had also was suspicious of this. There's this huge Nagito, sorry, not Nagato. So a year has passed since then to now, so my guess is we've been hit with amnesia so hard that we forgot we were all we are all students prior, and that this amnesia hit us a lot harder than we think it did. Pocket sand. Yes, I'm definitely intrigued with this series. We will definitely be playing the second game at some point. I don't know if we're gonna do it right away after this one, but I'm definitely it's on my list. We might put something in between this for a little bit and then go to that. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? Nah, bruh, there's something very specifically wrong with the main character. God, that would be a M. Night Shyamalan twist that I'm the killer. The second game is the best one. Nice. Why not Persona 4 Golden? Ooh, we could do Persona 4 Golden. Bilbo seems to like that idea. But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? I actually did pick up Persona 4 Golden on a sale, so it's definitely in the future. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay. So now they want me to... They want me to talk to everyone. Yeah, let's... Oh, he's in the archive. Cool. Well, luckily we've avoided the Chainsaw Man for quite some time. A note? Maybe this letter was part of Monokuma's setup too. Maybe he wanted us to find it and then he acted all upset and crazy. I'm sure anyone who watching the broadcast would just eat that kind of drama up. Oh, interesting. Now we're starting to think about all the things that we've done in the context of this being a murder anime drama. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. I don't know, we had a close call with Chainsaw Man in Chapter 3. Don't... Stop it! What the... Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Yep. I'm... I think everyone's gonna be really suspicious of me now. Okay. Well, he doesn't want to talk to me anymore, so that's cool. Super cool and fun. Yeah, and Hiro tried to... Hey, Hiro. Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me, like he was afraid of me. Why? Maybe they did get all different pictures. I never considered that as a... And he's trying to get everybody to... Get everyone to not trust each other so that we can't win. But it could just be that picture, and the fact that Makoto's not in it. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there... Oh! Was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? Oh no, she saw the dead body. It's open, but... Oh, but Toko... God, of course, false choice. Toko, are you okay? No, no! She's not dead, is she? Woo! Hello, Shuichi Saihara. How are you doing this evening? Ah! It's cold, it's super cold, it's so cold, I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again.
Uh-huh.
That's great. It's a person in chat on YouTube. Oh man, we almost lost the other mascot of the series. Ah, I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you
Oh,
reached
then
that
what?
certain age?
Jill's laugh gives me life. Yes, her laugh is silly for sure. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Jill? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the truth. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire!
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't imagine how lonely he must be right now. There's something about that is both chilling to my very core, but also very happy and fun. If it wasn't for the fact that she's a serial killer. Huh. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Makoto, it's Genocide Jill. You need to get it right. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. I bet you it's this. Genocide Jimbo. What you doing there, Jimbo? Murdering a bunch of people with scissors? The fridge. It's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
About this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. Rude. It's Genocide Jill. Come on, guys. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Oh. Genocide Gino. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a sec before closing it. Huh? How come? Genocide Jill's kind of thick. Haven't noticed. Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Maybe, Nagito. Oh yeah, tell me where Master is or I'll slit your throat, Makoto. Off investigating by himself. Yeah, basically you can say that, you can literally just say, Yeah, Master is off by himself. Boom. She's off. She's off to the races. Makuro's corpse? Makuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do? Oh, I mean, I like when chat says that.
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here, looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. Oh, well, I already did that. Yes.
Because...
Okay, that was my bad. Can I do anything else in the room, or do I have to, like, leave? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights. But these ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights? Monokuma, while pressing the ding dong button. I got a hint for everyone in the gym. Oh, better go check it out despite my hesitation. Kyoko, I better not check it out. It might be a trap by the Mastermind to confuse us. You're right. Actually, I'm gonna look at the report card here for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if Makuro is dead, that means one of the other students is still alive. But who? All right, so let's look at the... Who would it be? You know, Something feels off. Oh, also true. I usually shorthand stuff, especially when Nagito Komiata fan. It's a lot to say, so I just go by Nagito. May I remark that you don't have Mikuru Ikasaba up on the report card list either. Yeah, you know, something's fishy. The first thing that immediately pops out is that everyone has died to the way the game was played, except for one. I'm a dip. All right, Watson. Well, thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for the follow. I can't leave with things the way they are right now. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Maybe I look at this again? I've already looked through this instruction manual. More importantly, you know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Oh, I figured. Okay. Ah, it's the same as the other one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And there's a tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh, okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Okay. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed with a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object such as about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
all the Monokuma file says that they were afflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, then there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
but what if Mikuru herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of wait, but then who would have had wounds?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
they envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. As thick as a metal pipe. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Hey.
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition, yeah, let's look at the condition. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remember all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
And it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, you reap what you sow? Damn. Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Oh, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. Oh! If I don't do it now... Oh. Oh, there she is. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad once since you got here?
What? So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need a handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Alright, Fire Kinga. Hope you had fun. Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father. Also, the mastermind is insert character here.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video.
Makoto.
I think everything's finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? Oh. I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. I live for drama and this game is drama. It is so very true. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Urgent interviews, a DVD? And it says Class 78 urgent interviews?
So...
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means. So just watch it and see for yourself. Damn, so much going on. I think you realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. My mom and my brother are sleeping on my bed. I have nowhere to sleep. Dang. That sucks. Sleep on the toilet, Bilbo. Interview DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble.
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. I did during my college days. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. God, this would be such an awkward conversation if somehow it was true that I was the mastermind the whole time. That would be so anime. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. Damn. Girl, you need to calm down.
Why?
So why is it? So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. Kyoko is filled with determination. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering.
Welcome to the fandom.
Edavati, thank you for following. Oh, that puts us into, gosh, how are you doing? Thank you. That puts us at 50. Woo! What up? You just hit our follower goal. Thank you so much. Oh my god. That's great. I feel it. We did it. So Edaveti, thank you for stopping by. So we you won. We had a follower goal as I am slowly climbing up the Twitch ladder, and the last thing I needed for this tier was 50 followers, and we finally hit that goal. So I don't know when that exactly happens or when that'll happen, but you won what? But no, I thank you so much for being here, and I hope you are enjoying yourself, and welcome to the fandom, welcome to the community. I hope you enjoy yourself around here. We are getting really close to the end of this game, but yeah, I don't know exactly when it all happens, but you will all be the first to know as soon as I figure that out. I'm sure I'll get an email or something. But yeah, this is super great. That means I should probably start thinking about emotes for chat. But oh, where am I in the game? I'm on the very tail end. I'm right before the trial of chapter 6, which I'm hearing is the final trial, although I can't confirm 100%. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst, what do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because yeah, Pyrite's been without any spoilers letting me know how far we've been getting, and we're getting close to the end according to Pyrite, one of my moderators. But yeah, oh my god. For people watching the VOD later, I apologize that we stopped, but I never thought that we would hit 50 followers, but y'all seem to like this stuff, so yeah, I want to thank each and every one of you. What a goof. I want to thank each and every one of you for following, and for all of you in the, you know, hanging out. What are you but I'll make sure to bully you later. Don't do that. No bullying here. This is a good this is a fun space to hang out, chill, vibe, and yeah. Oh, this is great. Thank you guys so much for being here, and you definitely made my day. I hope I made your day by playing this. But anyways, back to the game. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. Yeah, I'm actually curious about that as well, Nagito. I'm not gonna... But no matter what happens, I won't lose. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Where is it? Okay. Okay, so the AV room's on the 4th floor. Oh no, that's the data lab. What am I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Nagito on that. Probably shouldn't be, Oh. Oh, AV room's the 1st floor? Oh, that's so fun. I did not know that out of Eddie. Okay, 1st floor, F1. Alright. It's very cute. Oh no, it's not dormitory 1st floor, it's main. Nope, right there. Bye. And thank you for hanging out and the follow. AV room! There it is. Okay. Gotta check out this DVD. I should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then. Are you ready to begin?
Oh, voice acted. The voice I heard was a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. This would have been the headmaster.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
Oh, I didn't know that, Bilbo. Or maybe I did, and I never put two and two together. I am a older brother.
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
Huh.
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Oh.
Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of their life in this school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Well, you did a really good job, Headmaster.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. He sounds like Shido from Persona 5. Oh no. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Daddy Nagato. I love it. As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Adivati? And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Nagitopedia in a Persona stream. Ah, yes. You were basically the Persona Wikipedia. I loved it. Oh, it's me. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
You have the SMT wiki up. Nice.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. All right, Adivati. I appreciate you following and hanging out with us. I hope we see you around more. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, There's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
Really? I accepted this? Weird. Well, not me personally, Makoto did. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
Okay, so something really bad happened. So bad that it pushed everyone to do this? Weird.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
So strange. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya? Toko? Hina? Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went blank. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course, meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. But what the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's where failure is, right? Ooh. Can't stand strong taste of adult/mint toothpaste. I feel that. I don't enjoy it either, but, you know. I usually just grab whatever I see. I'm like, oh, toothpaste, that's mine. My Christmas gifts are usually a lot of cleaning body supplies and candy, a few fun stuff like video games and things. You know what? We always, a little bit of story time. Christmas at my house, because we celebrate Christmas in my family. We always got like a stocking and then like a gifts, you know, blah, blah, blah. But the stocking always had like toothpaste, toothbrush, you know, shampoo, you know, all sorts of, and like little candy stuck in it. So I feel that, Nagito. Oh, and of course clothes. It's the perfect time to get clothes. But yeah. Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they all say yes. I couldn't help myself, I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. You're Jewish? Nice. I'm like semi-familiar with the winter holiday of, what is that, Hanukkah? you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm but a simple dummy. Ooh, Five Nights at Freddy's socks. I could never do Five Nights at Freddy's. It was too scary. Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. Oh, you still celebrate Christian holidays? Nice, nice. I mean, nice either way, but... Oh, if you get both? Oh, that would be dope. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? Oh, Makoto! My biggest gift was ironically a waffle maker or the telescope I got one year. Other than that, I usually just ask for video games. Yeah, I usually ask for... Oh, you celebrate both? Lucky! Lucky, lucky. That's so much fun. Okay. Focus. Okay. I love you, chat, but we gotta get to the trial. It's 8:30, and we were supposed to get to the trial by 7. I've wildly gone off course. Before the unfortunate 2020 situation, t-shirts. You'd give people t-shirts. Nice, nice. Okay, focus. Okay, I've lost my memory too. Question mark. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Ding dong bing bong? Is it... Oh no.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
Interesting.
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
Huh?
There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Okay. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. No, not the Chainsaw Man. We gotta go. This is gonna be a long trial. Oh yeah, we'll save. There's a save usually right before the trial starts. How long is the trial, Pyrite, typically? I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen,
Does this mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else, and why aren't they here yet?
however...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya? Byakuya? They won't even talk to me. They arrived one after another. Oh, they're all... Hina? Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear.
I'm late.
I'm on fire.
Ah, strong silent master. So wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that is what the master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. No. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair, climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Because good is dumb.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however...
But you know, why is that? But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. Whew, I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward the gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. All right, Makoto, come on. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. I heard it was pretty deep. I heard that, too. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't this just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one, and I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. He's in too deep, it's true.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin. Yes, absolutely I want to save. It has been a hot minute. Okay, chat. So, this is going to be a 2-hour trial-ish. With a conclusion at the end. Provided I don't mess up the trial at all. While we're here, I'm going to take these last 20 minutes because I'm unfortunately I cannot stay up to do the entire trial today. So I can either do it tomorrow. We can either do it tomorrow or pick this up on next Sunday. Because I'm afraid that if we do it now, I'm going to try to bull rush this and no, tomorrow is not tomorrow is not Sunday. Okay, you know what? So Monday is normally our kind of fuck it YOLO, we do whatever we want stream. We will do it tomorrow. We were going to do Baldur's Gate, but we'll push that back. Because I really do want to finish this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So tomorrow, yeah, the last one caught me up in a couple places, so I'm not that confident that I will be able to finish this successfully. I know if it's anything like the last one, I'm gonna whiff some of those curveballs that they throw at us. So that being said, we will Anime Sundays / sometimes Monday. Yeah, Monday is our Fuck It YOLO stream. So what better way to end this than on a Fuck It YOLO Monday stream? Yeah, we'll do that. And if we have time left over on that stream, I will we'll put in some Baldur's Gate action after that. But yeah, what a wild chapter this was. I wasn't expecting it to be this intense. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for the new follows. Watson12354 and Adavati. Thank you guys so much. We hit our goal of 50 followers. So if I think we have to hold 50, but that being said, we hit our goal. And if we hold this, cool stuff is going to happen in the future for the fandom stream. So thank you all for joining the fandom. We're building a community for people to hang out. We like to play lots of different things, not just one thing or just like a genre, if you will. So yeah, hope you all had a lovely evening with me. I had a blast with all of you, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And until then, keep it super nerdy. Bye.